everybody in line, make sure no child gets harmed on the bus by another student.
And we take care of them like if they our own kids.
That's right.
Yep. We treat them like they our own kids.
That's right.
Some of us work 38 years, some of us work 20 years, some of us on the job 40 years.
Well, I've been 20.
You have?
Yes.
What's your bus route?
Queens.
And you are Queens?
I'm Brooklyn.
You're all in Brooklyn?
I'm Brooklyn. But we transport kids to Westchester, Nassau, Jersey, Staten Island, kids in wheelchairs, kids that need oxygen, kids that need nurses with them on the bus, have heart problems. We transport, they have to have a nurse with them on the bus to and from school. We transport kids like that are really sick. You know? We transport kids that are blind, deaf and mute.
Yes.
So you have to know what you're doing. You can't just hire people off the street.
It's like I have autistic kids, and you have to know how to handle autistic kids.
Yes, they can have an outbreak at any time.
Definitely have to, because they all have their own little way of doing things and acting out. And you got to know the type of behavior.
You got kids on medication. They're nice in the morning. When they get on the bus, they're hyper because they didn't have their medication. So they rowdy, and you got to tame them down.
All we want is the job security. You know, we're not asking for anything more. You know, we're not asking for a pay raise. We're just asking for job security. That's it.
If they do away with the EPP, that means that they don't have to hire by seniority, right?
We'll lose everything.
Right.
We'll lose everything.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to us as senior people. These are all senior people. It's just like we didn't start yesterday. Years.
Yeah. There's a parent group called PIST. P-I-S-T, and I support them, and that's why I'm here today.
Yes.
PIST, P-I-S-T stands for...
To improve school transportation. Well, I'm here with PIST to support the drivers with the EPP. We really need to have drivers that have the employee provision protection. We need drivers that are experienced. We need drivers we know we've had background check. We don't want these fly-by-night companies with drivers like the casino drivers where they're sleep deprived. We want drivers to have union protection so that they're not afraid of losing their job. If they see a dangerous situation, they'll report it. They're not afraid of losing their job. They care about, I spent 20 years in special ed as a teacher. These people care about the children. I've seen it over and over again.
Y aunque él diga hoy que es violación de derechos, no es violación, porque tenemos que unirnos en la huelga con ustedes para que no se sigan violentando los derechos de nuestros niños. The man is doing something illegal against children's rights. So the parents are letting us know that they are supporting us in this strike because they are worried about their children's future and who is going to be taking their children. Because they do understand that we are fighting for their children's safety. Thank you, parents. We all appreciate it. Thank you, parents. We have children too.
Wow.
We have children too.
Right.
That's right. We got children too.
We're having a parents meeting Saturday, so we get back in contact with them.
We are here to protect our children.
Our children are in jeopardy too. Está pasando a nivel de todo el mundo entero. Aquí yo como padre le estoy diciendo a todo el mundo que sienten un abogado de los derechos civiles para hacer un pleito de clase a nivel de esta huelga, de todo lo que está pasando, porque si en el verano se da lo que quiere hacer el alcalde, lo que quiere hacer esto es en violaciones de derechos y se busca la ley ADA.
Right.
So and that's recording.
All right.
This is very good. Thank you, Baron. Thank
All right. Welcome. ATU. 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 Hey.
What? Job security. What we want? Job security. What we want? Job security. What we want? Job security. When we need it. Now.
Are there any other unions joining you that you know of in solidarity?
All the unions are supporting us, but some of them, you know, some of them have to do legally what they have to do according to their contracts, and there are some Teamsters that are not crossing picket lines. That's up to them to do that.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of an ugly situation the last several years for working people. We have a situation where guys like Bloomberg want him and his friends to keep getting richer and working people. Whether they be school bus operators, New York City transit workers, even the cops that are walking, you know, guarding this picket line. They want us to keep getting the short end of the stick. They want themselves to keep getting richer, whether that's through tax breaks for the richest folks in New York State, or through putting out a bid with the employee protections haven't been stripped from it. They could easily put out a bid, as President Cordiella said. They're not opposed to a bid. You know, if they feel the need to save money on the bid, perhaps these vendors that bid these operating contracts could make a 20% profit rather than 30% profit. But in the minds of guys like Bloomberg, they always need to strip that money off the working folks that support the school system in New York City, support the transit system. You know, heaven forbid they try to take the money from the bigwigs that are making $500,000–600,000 a year.
The people with the money, they make the money, not the low worker, not the common people make this. But that's what he does. He wants lower, like people that don't know what they're doing the job.
If the mayor gets what he wants, we're out of jobs come June. $2,500 of us. What do? We go on welfare, we collect food stamps, we go on unemployment. Who's going to pay our mortgage? Who's going to pay our rent?
We don't care about the little people struggling, living paycheck to paycheck.
Because you got money coming up.
Because right here, we're not fighting for money. Okay?
Security.
We're fighting for security.
We're all experienced. A lot of us have 20 years or more on a job. We're all dedicated. We come to work every day. We do our jobs. We know how to do our jobs. We go for special training. We go for all kinds of classes. Bring in new people who don't go for those classes. What are you going to do? You're going to put the kids in jeopardy. That's what you're doing.
There's things that we do with the kids that we don't even get paid for, that we don't even say. I don't get paid for cleaning their nose. I don't get paid for putting on their jackets. I don't get paid for putting on their shoes, their sweaters, their hats.
We love our children and we love the parents too.
Yes.
And we love our job too.